Okay, you're ready to explore circles. Thanks for joining me. Let's dive into some geometry. So I think the title says it all. Enough triangles, let's explore equations of circles. But I wanted to sort of set the stage for what we're about to do. We've spent a lot of the whole year, talking about polygons with straight lines, segments for sides, mostly triangles. But we did some quadrilaterals in there. So my first question to you really is, how would we go about defining a circle? What is a circle? What makes a circle a circle? If you had to put that in words, that's worth pausing and thinking about. How would you describe a circle to somebody who has never seen a circle? What description could you give so that they could follow your words and actually draw a circle? So picture an alien from outer space, never heard of it. How do you tell them what a circle is without saying circle? So maybe that's a fun challenge for you. When you're ready, then we're going to go ahead and get into this activity, which is going to help you answer that question if you were stuck on it, and also learn out about what circles look like on a coordinate graph and what their equation looks like. You've looked at equations of lines and parabolas last year, but what about circles? How is that different? How is that the same? So you have found yourself in what's called a blend space activity, or maybe you've just got the video up and running and you haven't actually clicked on the activity. That's in step 2 for lesson 1. When you were over here in Schoology, this link right here is going to take you to exactly what I have on my screen right here. And once you get here, you can either click play up here, or you can click right on this first square, and it's going to take you either way to the same spot. So here we are. And I want you to know that this is not an activity that I created. I know this is a brand new thing that we haven't used this year. It's not something that I actually created for this distance learning platform. It's something that I've used every year for the last few years, and I just really like it. It gives you a lot of different ways of interacting and interacting with this new content and exploring it. So the video is to replace the fact that I can't be there in class if you get stuck or don't know where to access something. Because I don't want you to stumble with the new tool that I'm using. But it's just a really great platform for putting all this together, so you don't have to click 5 different places in Schoology. So bear with me, and I think you'll be fine using it as soon as I give you just a quick introduction to it. But I didn't want you to think I was throwing like new tools at you. This just really works well. So I wanted you to still be able to explore. And this is a brand new topic, like I said. So I'm going to do a mix of different instructional techniques, I would say, same as I normally do in class. And I think it's really important when we're jumping into something brand new that you have a chance to just play and explore and sort of get your feet wet before I just throw definitions and theorems and stuff at you. So this is that explore part, and this is what I was talking about is the equivalent of a whole class period, really. Right here of you exploring. There is a note sheet that goes with it. And this is just an introduction screen. You're not supposed to do anything here, but I will introduce a new word to you. These circles, when we have circles that share a center but have different radii, those are called concentric circles. And we'll get more into vocabulary next week, but concentric circles is what you're looking at. So your dartboard circles. Okay, so the arrows on the right and the left take you between pages, and I'm going to ask you to go through in order. There are quite a few pages, I believe 23 in total. Some are just going to be read, something I want you to think about or tell you. I've got some questions, and then on the next page I'll give you some answers, so take a minute, pause, and look at it. And then when you get to page 7, this one's going to look a little different. This isn't just text. So this is a GeoGebra activity, and we've done GeoGebra activities before. It's already created, so you're not creating anything. You're just going to be getting to explore and move things around. So remember that the whole beauty of GeoGebra is you get to explore an infinite number of possibilities. So for instance, when I slide this little blue slider, something's happening to my circle. Something's actually happening up here too. And it's showing me that my center is changing. So I just want you to take a minute, pause, and play. Make some observations. If it's not working, these 3 dots up here, you can click there, and then open an app will open up that GeoGebra activity in a new tab on your internet browser. And sometimes I find that works better. So it's the same activity, but if you want to do that, that's certainly an option. Okay, moving on. This one Just notice that these instructions here on page 8 are for pages 9 and 10. I said the next 2 pages, and I probably should have put 9 and 10. So this all goes with the next page, which is a link, website, open in new tab. It's going to open up in a new tab, something I want you to read through. So here's the answer to my first initial question of how do I define a circle? And then going back to Euclid, because that's where geometry all started. Now, if you go back here, instructions for number 2 were for the next page after that, which is actually page 10. So I'm going to go to the next page. New tab. You're going to have a lot of tabs open. You can close them all when you're done. This is page 10. And I'm going to ask you to watch 2 videos. So just kind of watch with me. You can rewatch this as you're going through the activity, so you don't have to feel like you need to take notes on all this. The first video here, I'm going to ask you to watch. It's only 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And then you can skip the second video and then watch this third video here. This one is 9 minutes, almost 10 minutes. You only need to watch the first 4 minutes and 20 seconds. There's some examples after if you want to watch those, or you can just go try some examples. So those are going to answer the question, these videos, of how do I derive the equation of a circle. Really, really, really important that you watch those, because that's going to help you make some connections. Continuing on, so I need you to look at page 11, and you'll see it says practice problems here at the very bottom of this. So follow all the way down. It's easy to miss. If you don't see it, just click on this and then you'll see it. It says slides. So now I'm on 2 of 7 because I just clicked. So if you just click in here, you're going to go to the next page, or you can click these arrows left and right. So this takes me back to the first page. Notice this problem is the same as number 1 on the note sheet that you either printed out or you're just writing on your own paper. And then you're going to try it. When you go to the next page, it's going to give you the answer and kind of show you how you got it, how they got it. So if you want to try it on your own first, you can just do a quick check. Go to the next page. It's going to be problem 2, and it's going to go through those first 3 problems for you. Okay. We're almost done. Most of it follows from there. There's another GeoGebra activity. This one's really fun. There's this part for you to check. So it's just a little play and explore and see how you're doing. You can move this little dot, takes your center to a different location. This allows you to change the size of the circle. So go left, right, up, or down so you can count the radius. And then you can check it. And it's either going to tell you, sorry, you're not right, or hopefully you're going to be right. And again, you can open up that outside of Schoology if you want. Open in app. And then this is going to function very similar to page 11, where you've got the slides that you can go through. And you can either click here, or you can click the arrows at the bottom. I think that takes care of, there was one other thing I need to say. So this isn't a super friendly math program. And notice that this 2 should be an exponent. Same thing here, you recognize this as your quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. I wasn't able to get, when I typed it, I was able to get it, but it didn't save that way. I wasn't able to get it as an exponent. So that's a little bit cumbersome notation, but I think you'll follow along as you go through that. But I did want to point that out. Okay, everything else follows from what I've done. So you should be okay to go from there. There is one page that I tell you is optional sort of challenge to read through, or you can skip that, but please do go on and follow all the way until the end. I need you to work through to the end of the activity. Okay, so take some time. This would be a good thing to give yourself, like I said, about an hour. There's a follow-up My Math Lab assignment to check your understanding on this. Okay, have some fun exploring circles. I wish I could be there with you, but I know that you're going to have fun.